All right, hopefully, let me see. Video. Let me turn this video on. All right, let's see. Hopefully, I'm not muted. Oh, yep, I am muted on this other thing. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, use virtual background is still loading. Let's see. All right, almost there, almost where I need to be. Let's see what else I'm gonna do. All right, as I get this go, I hope y'all can hear this music. Try and make sure I got everything lined up as best as I can. All right now, all right now, all right now. I think I'm ready now. I'm sorry it took me so long to get everything together. Why it says stop? Okay, now I'm good. All right. Welcome to Terrence Williams. We all now today we're going to talk about understanding where you at. So far, hold on, yeah. Babe, can you close the door? So far, we talked about mentoring. You know, what is an investor? What is an investor? We also talked about understanding where you are at financially. We talked about where you want to go, and now we're going to talk about where you are now. All right. So about us. All right, Terrence Williams. I'm Terrence Williams. I'm trying to help out as much as I can and try to be there for you and trying to assist you with whatever holding you back from taking forward and taking actions. So the most important thing I would ask y'all to do is be an overachiever. Time. And I want to help young adults or adults, period. But I say young adults because I think if we reach some people around 25 to 27 years old, once they graduate from college, they're impressionable. They want more out of life and they're trying their best to be the best. So I'm looking for to help you come over your fear of failure, right? And get to the next level with real estate. So I'm going to try and teach two different strategies to help you get over your fear of failure and give you a plan and path to do that so you can retire in 10 years. And if you're a supercharger, you'll retire in 5 years. So school, I'm a school teacher by trade, a coach, PE teacher, basketball coach, track coach, athlete director, all that stuff, right? A driver's ed teacher. I taught high school driver's ed for a good minute. And I became a sports official over time to try and make ends meet. So I didn't try to do everything in the world to make an extra dollar. And it did not work out as well, but I did it. As well as I love to teach. I love learning. I spend a lot of money on learning, guys. I spend a lot of money on learning. So it's a lot of stuff up in this noggin that I just try and push out. I am a mentor. I am a coach. I try and help everybody through any kind of situation. And I'm actually, being talked about because I do that all the time. Folks get mad at me for that. I always had a passion for real estate. I always had a passion to be in charge. And I just found out last week that everybody's not entrepreneurs. I'm like, why don't everybody want to win? Why don't everybody want to make their own resources? And why don't everybody want to be their very best? Why do they want to depend on the government? Why do they want to depend on a job? Why do they want to depend on retirement? Why do they want to depend on other folks? I didn't know that everybody's not built the same. It just was like an eye-opener. So that was a great deal for me to learn that at this late age. However, I learned it, and that's all that's important. So I hope that you all find passion in whatever you do and wherever you're working and whatever you're doing in your life, because at the end of the day, you must be true to thyself, and I'm being true to me. I just love being in charge. I love making decisions. I love seeing it play out. I love to see if I fail. Then if I fail, I learn from it. I don't like failing, of course, but I do like learning from the journey, right? And I'm excited about it. So that's what you can take from this takeaway, I hope. And then the power compounded bad events. Again, guys, I hit a lot of real spots in my life, right? I started off as a kid that could not speak well. They called me flicked tongue, tied turn, all kind of other tongues, right? Then I started off with, I was an oddball always, right? Had the doggone pants tucked in my drawers when I went to the restroom thinking nobody would know it. Then I come back and they all know what I did because my drawers tucked into my pants, right? That's me. I'm that guy, right? And then not only that, went to school, and because I had a speech impediment for a long time as a little baby, from 0 to I guess second grade and first grade, and they put me in speech therapy, and that was that was a bad event right there, because everybody else learning how to read paragraphs, sentences, and learning how to spell words, and I'm learning how to say 3 words I still can't say to this day because my tongue too fat. So it's sad, but that's what happened to me. Not mad about it. You live and you grow through it, right? And then the kicker. This is the kicker, guys. My dad, I got in. I made 3 Fs in a row, 3 Fs in a row, and I thought I was gonna die. But my dad spared me. He looked at me and he shook his head and he dropped his head and he walked away. And when he did that, that changed my life. I would never again be an underachiever. I will always be an overachiever from that moment on. That's why I got this group, Gold Overachiever, because from that moment on, my life changed. I made on the road every 9 weeks. Every 9 weeks, I was the top of the class in everything I'd done from that moment on. I was just that guy that tried to beat everybody in football, basketball, track, any sport. I'm going to beat you in it. And anything I can do to beat you racing or running or whatever, I'm going to do it. And whenever it comes to assignment, I wanted to be the first one done. I wanted to be the first one to brief so I can make everybody look bad. And I was the one that told the teachers when they messed up. And I got kicked to the office for that. But I didn't go to the regular principal. I went to the discipline. I went to the head principal of the whole school because I told him his teachers can't teach, right? So at the end of the day, I'm that guy, right? Been an overachiever ever since. But because I'm an overachiever, I was able to buy my uncle, before he passed his earth, the truck that he always wanted. Because I'm an overachiever, now I own several businesses. Because I'm an overachiever, now I have a wealth of knowledge to help everybody else out. And because I'm an overachiever, I manage my time different. I multitask a lot. I get more done in a little bit of time because I never ever want to see somebody drop their head and shake their head and walk away. That's the last time somebody's gonna reject me, make me feel unloved, and make me feel like I'm not worthy. And that's why I created this group. That's why I wrote that book, Why Wait to Be Great. That's why I want everybody else to push the greatness. And that's why I never understood why somebody else want to depend on somebody else. Because I noticed right then and there, I wasn't going to be able to depend on anybody else in my life after he did that. And I love him for it because it changed my life forever. So it's not how much money you make, right? It's not how much money you make. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it is work for you, and how many generations you keep it for. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Robert Kiyosaki. Right. So we work for money all the time. Why? Let's stop working for money. Let our money work for us. It's time to stop always working for money. Yeah, if you got to work for money to get your money to start working for you. But once you get your money to start working for you, let me turn this light on right quick, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all can barely see me. All right. So once you get the money to start working for you, make it happen, Captain. All right, let me go to the next slide. Oh, wow, I don't want to move. All right, so the agenda. I already introduced myself. I talked a little bit more than I usually talk about me, but I do want to make sure y'all understand why this group is created, why we here, where your money goes, right? How much you have and how much you owe. That's what the first part we're going to try and figure out. Again, my customers are young adults trying to give you 2 strategies so you can retire in 10 years. So if you're about 25 years old, you should be retired at 35. You should not be waiting on no pension. You should not be working hard, trying to hope that somebody hook you up with a retirement. And COVID-19 was that thing, that usability, right? When COVID-19 happened, a lot of folks lost their jobs, companies closed down, pensions went away, people got laid off, people lost their homes. It's so much stuff bad happened, right? So if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, that's called insanity. And the best years of your life, your family time, your vacation time, and more is robbed from you because you're working for someone else and using all your energy for their purpose, for somebody else to get rich. And you could be getting rich off your own health, your own affairs, your financials, right? People want a fulfilled life. I want a fulfilled life. I want a complete life. I hope you want a complete life. You want to have the best of the best. You believe there's abundance out there and you deserve it because you work hard for it. And that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. Getting what's owed to you, right? And bringing value. They want to create their own resources, right? To live off a meaningful life. That's what we're looking for. So the solution to doing this, right? The solution to doing this is understand what your current situation is, how much you make now, how much you spend, how much you have, and how much you owe. Know what you owe, know what you own, and know why you own it, right? Mr. Lynch told us that. Peter Lynch told us that. Now, start with this, a monthly income. And I want to put this, Warren Buffett says, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1, right? I want y'all to understand the concept of that because you don't want to lose money. You don't want to misplace money and you don't want to not track it. If you're untracking it, you're losing it. It's just going everywhere, right? So start with this, a monthly income and expense. Track your cash spending. Calculate seasonal and unseasonal expenses. And then you add it all up. And this is going to help you get started. This is going to let you know where you at right now. And I'm going to break it down a little bit more in detail. So when we talk about monthly expenses, right, we talk about monthly income. We're going to talk about breaking it down, filling in the information you know, right? Look through your bills you paid, look through your credit card bills, look through your bank accounts, all right? Track out what you got on auto pay, right? Once you find all that information, document that stuff, put it on a spreadsheet. Google Drive got a whole Google Drive that's free for you. So if you don't have Microsoft Word, Office, Microsoft Office, or Word, or 365, or all the other stuff out there, then you can go to Google Drive. It's free. Cash spending, it's a nuisance, right? It's like, man, what are you doing? Why is this like, why I'm spending money on this stuff and I don't want to record it no more? So that's why I put that right there. You don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it, right? Then, you got seasonal items that vary. So you got to keep up with those things: Christmas, birthdays, holidays, baby showers, wedding showers, all those different events. So price is what you pay, value is what you get. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. So Warren Buffett reminds us again that you pay a price, but you get a lot of value when you get something out of it. All right, so track your cash. When you track your cash and your spendings, right, then where does it go? You try to figure out where it goes. So if you want to track for 7 days, 2 weeks, or a month, 7 days, 2 weeks, or a month. That's the first part. Then you want to keep all your receipts, every cash expense. You want to write that expense down, and you want to know how much you're spending on what. So you need to add up your lunches, your groceries, your movies, your laundry, your gas, your parking, and other stuff, right? And then you want to multiply. If you did it by 7 days, multiply by 4. That'll give you an average. Then if you want to do 2 weeks, you multiply that by your 14 days by 2. And that's give you a monthly average, about how much you spend a month. Not average, I'm sorry. They give you a monthly total. Then it says, what Warren Buffett reminds us, I will tell you how to become rich. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful, right? That's how you become rich. All right, so calculating your seasonal and unseasonal expenses, basically your uneven expenses, the money that comes in and you probably not even paying attention to it. Car registration fees, you just pay it probably. Don't worry about documenting it. Gym bills, you just probably got them auto pay and you just ain't paying attention to it. Property tax, you do that once a year. That's a seasonal thing, once a year maybe. Some of you may pay quarterly, some of you may pay semi-annual, some of you just pay annually. Insurance and heating bills, so sometimes that stuff goes up and down. Sometimes you got American Home Shield and other kind of warranties and stuff. That's just to say some different stuff. And then clothing, you buy clothing all the time, right? And you buy shoes and purses and wipers and all kinds of gadgets. So just keeping a track of that. Car repairs. Sometimes it's just little small things. You buy an oil. Sometimes it's big things. You got to buy a whole engine. And then gifts that you give out. We already talked about that. So someone is sitting in a shade tree, under a shade tree that someone planted a long time ago. So if you plant your money in smart things, and if you start documenting everything you do, you'll be able to understand more about your money and what you got going on. Calculating seasonal and uneven expenses. Again, an investment is knowledge pays the best interest. Investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So Brother Franklin is trying to tell us that, hey, if you invest your money into learning and understanding stuff or getting the big picture, then guess what you got now? You have a better way of giving out information and you know more about a lot of things, and that's going to multiply time. So again, I just want to show you different ways, and it's just a visual. You can do it on quarterly, right? And I show y'all, January, February, March, then April, May, June, what have you. And then you got a whole year where you can calculate it. I mean, this stuff is free on Google. I just Google search different pictures, and I was able to pull all this stuff down for you all to give y'all some way that you can track stuff. If you notice, all these places got spaces. And then, you got the unseasonal thing. So if you want to have the whole month up there and you all of a sudden, you may want to keep that on your tracker right there. You may want to put on an extra tracker just for those expenses, like your car registration, your property taxes, and birthdays and Christmas gifts and showers and all that type of stuff. So there you go. I gave you 3 different ways to track your money and see how to go, right? All right, so adding your income all together. So you got net take-home income. Net take-home, that means that after you done paid all them people names that you can't pronounce, FAFSA and dang, I can't think of all of them. You got Social Security, you got FAFSA, you got I don't know, all them different people you got on your doggone check, man. You're paying a lot of people in that one check with a lot of your money, and it just goes away, right? So whatever left over for you after your insurance, after retirement investments, after all that stuff, that's yours left over. That's what you take on. So that's your net income. So then we want to look at, some of you are receiving child support or alimony, some of you receiving commissions, bonuses, and rental income and other income. So, you want to add all that in there. And when I say other income, some of y'all got some stocks and all that stuff where you're getting interest on that or return on investments. So if you're doing that, then I want you to make sure you got it, and you're tracking it. Now you have a significant other, you have a partner, you have a roommate, and y'all want to be on the same page where y'all saving money to do stuff together or do things. Then you need their expenses as well in those same areas, and income and other income. And then you got payroll savings. So if you got some auto payroll saving where you got money going different locations, you want to track that as well. And then you want to look at your total monthly income and combine everything together to see exactly how much you have coming in a month. After you do that, now here's the one: beware of the little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Franklin told us about Titanic before the Titanic happened, right? So, man, I just gave y'all a wealth of different things: mortgage, property taxes, home maintenance, the heating gas bill. Everybody got different bills for heating sources. You got electric bill, you got the water bill, the phone bill, the car note, the grocery bill, the home insurance, the health insurance, the auto insurance. You add all that stuff up. Got a wealth of these guys. I'm sorry, y'all. We got a lot of expenses in the world. So the second sheet of expenses: life insurance, child care, child support. So that you paying child support, right? This guy. Then you got gasoline and toll and parking. I mean, if you live in this area up here in DC area, yeah, you got to pay for parking. A lot of money for parking. And you got tolls, and you got video cameras that give you nice, healthy tickets in DC. You got auto repairs, maintenance, and everything. You got public transportation. So you folks, we up here in DC, no matter if you have a car, you still got to get on a doggone train to get places sometime. That Virginia railroad system is real. Medical expense, dental insurance, dental expense, laundry and dry cleaning. We in the military, sometimes we got to look good, so we got to put that dry cleaning bill together. So I try to make it easy. If you if you DM me your actual email address, I will send you this PowerPoint if you need this to write the stuff out. So just DM me your actual email address. And if you DM me, I will email you this so you can have it. And what you want to do on each sheet, take your bills and then put it on the next sheet, or you can cut and paste it and make you one Excel document. All right. So for the expense threes, you got clothing, dining out, cable bill, internet bill, tobacco bill, alcohol bill, charity, health and wellness, gym and health club, right? Health and wellness and gym and health club is two different things. Health is like I'm getting a haircut and I'm going to a spa. Some of y'all go get waxed and all that stuff. So you get your nails done. That's where the health and wellness. Gym and health club is some people got memberships for working out. Pet fees and bills, license and dues. If you like me and got life insurance license, I sell life insurance. I got those licenses. I got to pay them folks. I got dues. I'm a part of a whole bunch of different organizations. I'm starting to cut that stuff shorter so I can put that money more in charity and put it where I want to put it at, right? So then you add up all your expenses again on this sheet, and you add your expenses on the other sheet, then you make a total expense right here. So that's another way to add up some more money. All right. Then you got expense number 4, vacation and travel, training events, kids allowance, entertainment, emergency funds. And then, hey, I got to put this in there. You got your passive savings. You got your active savings. You have your, somebody got a hot mic. Then you have your 90 days saving. Remember, I told everybody, I don't know if you heard me before, but I make sure I like to tell everybody, you should save at least 90 days worth of your salary. You need to save at least 3 months of your salary. You save 3 months of your salary, you lose your job, get laid off. Guess what? You got a 1 whole month to chill out and get over it. You got another month to go out there and find a job. And then about that third month, the other month, your money should kick back in about 2 weeks later, 1 week later, a month later, whatever. So you got money to hold you over for 3 months, right? And that's only if you're a person that got to be in your feelings for a little while. So if you ain't in your feelings, you can go and get a job right away. So then you got gifts and you got other expense. I don't know all your expenses. You may have other things I don't know about. You can add to that line as you see fit. So that's it. And you add it all together. Now, once you add all that together, this is adding it all together. Fill out the charts that we just did. You subtract it. This is how you find out where you at today. This is the most important part of this, and then I'm gonna continue on with the rest of the briefing. It's gonna be quick, fast, and in a hurry. However, I'm gonna continue where we are at next week. I just wanted to get to the part where we outline your expenses and sit you down with that part. Then we can work on the last part of where you are today. So once you fill it out, if your income is greater than your expenses, start putting it into passive, start putting your money into passive savings, right? You want to start saving money. You want to start putting your savings into more money and making your money make money, right? If your expenses are greater than your income, now we got to figure out how much the shortfall is, how much you in a hole every month. We need to figure out how to make you have a positive cash flow. And then once you start saving money, we need to figure out how to put that in a passive saving account so that you can make money. So first we need to do that. We need to get you on board to get the hole, get you out that hole. Don't keep digging. We got to start climbing out. We got to start planting our hands in the dirt and pulling ourselves out of this hole. We don't keep digging ourselves in the hole. And then we got to figure out how to get to the ground. And then once we got to the ground, we got to figure out how to take steps forward to make some more money. And then we got to figure out once we're in a run, we got to put our money to something to make it more money. All right. So that's what I wanted to get out today because it's so much information. I don't want to breeze through it. I just want to go ahead and start tracking where we are. So right here is how you're going to find out where you are today. Now, after you're making money, if you are saving money and you're making money, absolutely wonderful, right? You are ready for the next step, a plan and a path, right? We are always looking for real estate. Why real estate? The benefits are numerous. You got cash flow, you get excellent return on your investments, you get tax advantages, you get to diversify your money, and then you get to leverage equity and build wealth. Leverage equity and build wealth, right? So you don't have manifest dreams without taking chances. Guys, you got to take chances. Brother Richard said we got to take chances, right? So ways to invest, you want to be a passive active investment, right? You want to be a person that actually doing the work. That means you're actually involved and your money is making money, or you're a person that just plants your money into some good soil and that tree grows. That tree that Warren Buffett was talking about, we're sitting up on a shade tree because somebody planted it. And we hope that you plant the shade tree for your generational wealth. So that's what passive investment is, when you pass your money to someone else or something else or some entity and they make money. Hedge funds, people that do fix and flips, people that do bird factors. They want to use other folks' money instead of use the bank because, hey, guess what? The bank gonna cause more interest, ask you for a whole bunch of documentation, and nobody want to deal with all that. So if we use a private investor and secure their money against the property or the debt, right? You secure the money you borrow against a lien on that property. That way, when you sell or refinance, they get paid first. And then you give them a good return on their money better than the bank, because the bank giving you what, 0.3%, 0.1%, 0.001%. And then you can give an investor and they giving you 10 to 12 to 15 to 20% on your money. So when you're making 20% returns, 15% returns, 10% returns, you're better than the stock market, right? You're better than any bank in anywhere. And then active, like I said, if you're a landlord, if you a day trader, if you a person that doing options, all those are active investors. If you're a fix and flipper, all that stuff, burn, that's all active investment. I mean, you're involved. All right, so I'm gonna have to change these colors up. I see they still too soft. So I'm not gonna go in detail about this opportunity, strengths, weaknesses, and threats. I'm just gonna say that you got a lot of good strengths in this. As long as you got the 4 Ds for strengths, you got folks that got diseases, you got folks that die, you got folks getting divorced, and you got folks with natural disasters. So disasters, diseases, terminal illnesses, they do a reverse mortgage on their home. They don't no longer want it. They don't care about what's gonna happen. They got stage 4 cancer. They're going to pass. They're going to live their best life. They take the money out, the equity out the house, go live their best life, and then they pass, and then they say the family can have the house and they can have a note to come with it. The family say, I don't want that note. I don't care about that house. You're nasty anyway. A investor like me said, I want it. I don't care about that high debt. I take over that loan and I keep paying it. All right. So that's a person like me. Then you got divorced. Once you get divorced, you don't want nothing that other person ever had. You want to be away from them as far as possible. So guess what you want to do? Get rid of that house. You don't care. You pay to get out of the house. I'll pay you to get the house from me. Just take it off of me and get out my credit, or either leave it on my credit and just take it from me. I don't want to deal with it. I want to go stay with my mom, my cousin, my uncle. I want to go out of town. I want to leave. All right. Whatever. That's the divorce. And then you got disasters. I'm sorry. Hurricane Katrina happened, right? Tornadoes happen. All these bad things happen. Forest fires happen all the time. When that stuff happens, then guess what? People got to get up and get out. And when they get up and get out, they get the insurance money. They get the money and then they leave. They don't come back. So guess what? That's another investment property that you can go in, rebuild, fix and flip, or keep it, buy it, renovate it, and rehab it, and then rent it out and refinance and keep the property, right? And get paid on the back end. Get paid to refinance it. Now, opportunities. You have several opportunities out here. You got people like myself that's actively finding properties and actively trying to buy more rental properties. So if you're a person out there trying to wholesale, now you got an actual buyer, right? So if you're finding great deals, I probably want it. You present it to me in a logical way that makes sense. And I'm like, I get it, got it, let's go, right? Then you got deeply discounted properties. Guys, I don't care about COVID-19. I don't care about what's going on in this world. Money is out there. Properties out there, even though it's a seller market, still deals out there. And if I'm put like Ron LeGrant said, if you don't think you can do business in your town, move out of town and you're gonna see everybody else was doing business in your town. Then you're gonna find you can't do business there either. It's you, not them, right? Just figure it out and you can make it happen. That's why you got coaches. Weaknesses. I honestly, in real estate, the biggest weakness I can say there's actually a weakness is high interest rate. Right now, the interest rate is creeping back up to 4%. It dropped down like 2%. But with this quote unquote war going on that's in Ukraine, I mean, the war is going on, but I'm like, why is that affecting us, right? Why are they making our stuff creep up? Our gas prices stuff. I don't know, but I can't tell you. But that's some of the reasons why some of the stuff creeping up. And then not to mention that, hey, it's a seller's market. It's time for to get some money. So, hey, why not go up on it? People going to buy. Just like when they went down on it, people were selling, right? They went down, people were buying. Now it's going up and people still selling. They like, let's make some money off this. And then threats, you got folks out there got hedge funds. You got folks out there that's partnering up and they're buying whole communities, whole blocks. They buying more than we can buy. So the competition is big whenever you're looking at that. But guess what? That don't mean nothing if you're looking at the 4 disasters. If you're looking at the 4 areas, the 4 Ds, right? That's going to happen. They can't buy all of it. They can go buy these areas. So don't compete against them. You can't compete against them, right? So keep on. But you know what the biggest one is? I'm going to say this, and I added this for sure. Limiting beliefs that you cannot do something that you can do. A limiting belief is a real threat, and fear of failure. You worried about what everybody think about you because you didn't get it right the first time. You didn't get it right the second time. You didn't get it right the 10th time. But guess what? If the young man that made electric didn't get it right 99 times and he kept going on that 100 times he got it right, we all got electricity. So don't worry about what other folks say because they always gonna say something. They always got something to say, and that ain't for you to worry about. It's for you to just grow from it, right? Grow from the haters. So wholesaling system, guys, is really simple. You want to make 4 people happy. That's it. You want to make 4 people happy. You want to make a seller happy because they got a problem they don't want no more. You want to make a buyer happy. They got an asset that they just obtained. You want to make the title company happy because they just did a transaction and they got paid. And then you want to make you happy because you got paid for putting it all together. That's what wholesaling is about. I'm not going to go through all those steps. It's too simple, too easy. Just get on board and make it happen. Next, case study. We're not going to go through my case study. I got all them hyperlinks. Again, if you DM me, I can send you this. DM me your email address. I'll send you this document and you can have it and you can click on those links and do whatever you want to do with it. But that's just me at the closing table, my first wholesale deal. I definitely encourage people to start wholesaling right now. And I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm willing to assist you. And this is about helping you make money now. All right. You want to make money now? That's the best way to make money and the best way to learn real estate. You're going to learn a lot, and you're not going to use much of your money. Use a little bit, but not much. You got to get your LLC correct. You got to get your website maybe up. You got to do a little marketing, maybe a little bit, but you can do it for very low. I think real estate is about the cheapest business you can get in for little to no money. Little to no money. When I say little to no money, I'm saying if you want to just have a bare nothing company, I would say $1,000 and less, and you got a bare nothing company. And that's just with you actually having your domain, your website, and you register with the EIN, and you got your state certificate. That's it. And put a little money in the bank because the bank wants you to have a certain balance in there. That's it. Bare minimum. And I'm over exaggerating on $1,000. It's really less than that in certain states, but I cannot tell you what California and New York charge because that's the highest states. So I got it. I got to get that flexibility space in there. Maybe Washington State. I don't know, but $1,000. If you got $1,000, you can start a real estate business with that. I mean, and that's with a website. That's even better. All right. So, but nonetheless, you fix or flip. So fix means we're going to fix it up and keep it for ourselves. We're going to burn it, right? We're going to buy it. We're going to renovate it. We're going to rent it out. We're going to refinance it. We're going to repeat that step over and over again in the communities. And we're going to keep houses. And that's how we're going to get cash flow. When we go to the bank and we refinance, the bank, hopefully you buy the house at the right price. And with a coach, you're going to buy the house at the right price. If you buy the house at the right price, you get paid again at the end. You get paid when you cash out refi. You're going to get paid all the money back that you put into that property. Again, you got people out there with private money that have lazy money in banks not making a good return on their money. They can be the money that you borrow from them, pay them a 20%, 15%, 10% return on their money, fix the house up, refinance that house into your business, and then you cash out, pay them off, and you put a little money in your pocket and you're done. And you got a rental property and making cash flow. That's BRRRR, right? That's BRRRR. If you want to wholesale it, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just going to wholesale it. I'm going to sell a contract. I'm going to put a contract on this house with the seller. I may put a contract with the buyer, or I may use the contract. I may assign the contract to the buyer. And it's a couple ways of doing wholesaling, right? You got an A to B, you got A, B, C, and then you got A and B and C, right? So that's a long story. I'm not going to get into that, but you got 3 contracts you can use. One single contract you can do with A in person, and then you do a different single contract with a B person, then you can do a letter of instruction in the middle. Or you can do a signable contract. You do a contract with the seller, and then you have it assignable to the buyer, right? So that's a signable contract. And then you have where you got to do a double closing. And I said I won't get in there, but I don't want to say nothing to have y'all hanging too long. So a double closing is when I sign with buy the house and close with the seller, and then I sell a house to the buyer and close in the same day or maybe the next day, right? Most times you want to do it simultaneously. All right, I told you I got speech impediment. Still can't talk. All right, let me go to the next one. All right, so let me just for kicks and giggles. Hey, I've been a property manager. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a father. I'm a book author. I got a podcast. I have a coaching platform now, Investing Now. I'm the host of Investing Now with my partner, Joe Barnett. We teach and coach real estate all day, every day. We love real estate. We eat, sleep it, right? And then last but not least, thank you for attending this call. Thank you for this, for being, present. I hope this information served you. I hope that you found this to be great. It's abundance of life out here, guys. It's abundance of opportunity out here. You just got to go out there and get it. You got to go out there and get it. You got to go out there and get it. If you're interested in knowing more about our coaching platform and being a part of it, we will love to coach you. There's the link right there to get on my schedule, Why Wait to Be Great schedule or strategy. We'll sit down and help you with a plan and path to make it better for you. We also have a book, right? We got a book. So go ahead and buy your book, go to Amazon, go to Barnes & Noble, Why Wait to Be Great. I mean, read a little bit of my story, read a little bit about all my experience and the stuff I've done. It's a great book for kids for sure. I wrote it. It's an easy read. I try to make it an easy read because I wanted kids to read it. I wanted kids to make money from their parents, Christmas and Thanksgiving and holidays and all this other stuff. And they take that money and their birthdays and stuff, they take that money and they start investing it early. So don't wait to be great. Start investing now and grow your future. That's what I'm talking about. Find a way to plant that money in good soil now. And then the other part is, we got this community for those who not actually part of the Why Wait to Be Great community, please, please, please join our group, join the journey, join the force. I give out free content every day. I try and go live every day, Monday through Friday for sure, and sometime on a weekend. I just can't stay away, like I say. And I just give out live. I mean, stuff come from my heart, stuff come from my mind, stuff come from within. I just say it out. I do try and plan the stuff out, but guess what? Once I start running my mouth, other stuff come out. And that's all good, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's something within coming out. And it's not me, it's something that take over. So I love the fact that I'm willing to be obedient and let it take over anything to help the next person out. So again, I'm Terrence Williams. Why Wait to Be Great? I'm looking forward to being your coach, your mentor, as you start investing and growing and going and being more. And I'll be so proud to hear when you get your first check from wholesaling, and then you do your first rehab on the property and keep it for yourself and have a rental property. So just looking forward to working, serving, and assisting you with being great. But we always got to start the mindset where you are at today to find out where you want to go. So you already know where you want to go now, Hope, because we talked about that last week. After you find out where you want to go, now we got to figure out where we are today, right? And then we got to start moving towards it. And we'll talk about that later on. So if I want to go to California from Virginia, where I'm at right now, I know where I'm at. I know where I want to go. Now I got to start moving and going in that direction. That's what we're going to do next. So we blueprinting this thing out. We're doing it slow rolling. Next week, I got you a little bit more where we at now, because the only thing I talked about right now was just adding up, just adding up your income, adding up your expenses, and then subtracting your expenses from your income. And hopefully you have a surplus, which is cash flow. And if you don't, then we got to work on finding a way to get you to the ground level where you break even. Then we got to figure out how to crawl you out that hole, you know what I'm saying? You're on an even ground. Now we got to get you to start walking, and then we're going to get you running. And then we're going to get you to saving and making your money work for you, and you not working for your money, like Robert Kiyosaki says. So thank y'all for your time. I think I did a better job this time. I stopped in 41 minutes, 1 hour. So any questions anybody have at this time, you can unmute and speak away. All right. Hearing none, I appreciate you all again for tuning in. I hope this served you. Again, DM me if you would like this actual PowerPoint. I share it with you. I'll give it to you. No problem. Just DM me your email address so I can email it to you, and we'll keep it moving. That way I ain't got to go back and forth a couple of times. And if you want to get on my schedule, just click on that strategy section so that you can do it. It will be in a link once I finish this call. Definitely would like to talk to you about what's your biggest goals and help you get there and meet them. So looking forward to serving you, looking forward to helping you, looking forward to your first deal, looking forward to us growing together as a team, learn, earn, and return. And one day I'm gonna tell y'all this story about that logo, my coat of arms. I mean, I think that's a beautiful job. And the Latin words at the bottom is very important as well. So be great, stay great, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.